The dream of eternal youth has seduced more than one poet and sold more than one sports car or push-up bra. But for a certain group, the phrase forever young should be absolutely meaningless. That is, people who are actually young. At least we thought that was the case until we met a pageant mom who says her 8-year-old complains about wrinkles, so that mother injects her face with Botox. Here's Laura Spencer.
In the world of kiddie beauty pageants, it seems some parents will go to any extreme to give their child the winning edge, as seen in reality shows such as TLC's Toddlers and Tiaras. But one mom is now admitting to more than spray tans and fake lashes.
You know, a lot of the moms there, they're giving their kids Botox, and it's pretty much like the thing. There's just certain things that you have to do to get into the pageant. A lot of moms do it.
And Carrie Campbell is one of them. It's an issue so controversial that after our interview with Carrie and her 8-year-old daughter Brittany aired today on Good Morning America, in which viewers saw this picture, ABC News learned that the San Francisco Division of Child Protective Services is now investigating the case.
Can you show me where you do it? Can you point on your face?
Yeah, sometimes I do it right here.
And what do you do it for?
I don't know.
Well, do you do it because you see wrinkles, or?
Oh yeah, I see like wrinkles, and I just don't think wrinkles are nice for little girls.
What does it feel like to get Botox?
It hurts, and I get used to it, and.
Do you cry?
A little.
Does it look better after you get Botox?
Yeah, it looks way better.
How?
Like beautiful, pretty. Like all those kind of nice words.
The kind of nice words that should apply to a kid no matter what. Yet Carrie says her daughter sees flaws in her appearance.
We talked about it. She didn't exactly ask me about it, but I know that she was complaining about her face having wrinkles and things like that.
My son will come home and tell me he wants every Xbox game that existed.
Right.
That doesn't mean you get it for them.
Right. I completely understand where you're coming from. Like, I do the Botox myself. It's safe. I have no problem with doing it.
But you're
for her.
34. I mean, it's just I've
wondering. I've been doing it for a long time.
So when you do it, you administer it because you're an esthetician.
Part-time.
And it's not only Botox.
And then you also do waxing?
Yeah, I did that one time.
And how was that?
It was super hard to do with that.
So why did you want to get waxed?
Because I just don't think it's ladylike to have hair on your legs.
Even when you're only 8?
Yeah.
And how do you feel after you got waxed? Were you glad you did it? Was it worth the pain?
Yeah, it was worth the pain.
Do you worry about long-term effects of Botox in her 8 years old until, if she decides to continue using it, she could be using it for decades and decades.
I've thought about long-term. Do I worry about it? I can't say I really worry about it, no.
But doctors we spoke to stress that a child's face, unlike an adult's, is still growing, and that injecting Botox can paralyze the facial muscles and alter the child's appearance forever. And then there are the legal questions.
Where do you get the Botox?
I'd rather not, put that out there. I do have a trusted source where I get it. He is behind the doctor scene and everything.
So you get it illegally?
No.
I just wanted to show you some of these pictures. As you look at some of these pictures, do you believe that the mother is committing a crime?
I think there's no question that this mother has no right to do this to her child. I think that they have to figure out a way to stop it. Is it the criminal law? Maybe. Is it Child Protective Services? More likely. But the reality is that the most important thing here is you got to stop it from happening.
And what about the psychological effects of all these procedures?
What direction and supervision from a medical perspective is going on here? Does this child's pediatrician know?
Dr. Charlie Sophie is a psychiatrist with the Los Angeles County Department of Children and Family Services.
My initial reaction is to be a little bit in disbelief and a little bit horrified. And then there's the psychological issues of the message that you're sending to this 8-year-old of how you feel her self-esteem, self-image should be guided, and whether you're approving or disapproving of how she feels and looks in general. You're sending a lot of messages that you need to be clear about.
But Carrie insists these very adult procedures are just fine for her little girl.
There are many in the medical community who say that administering Botox this early can cause permanent psychological damage to a child.
Do you see anything wrong with my daughter psychologically? I don't see anything wrong with her. I have a normal child. It's not breaking her spirit. I'm a great mother, and she's a happy kid, and that's the bottom line.